Well, hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Starfield with Bad Day Guy Gaming, where we are back at Jemison, and we are here to talk to the
Services?
scientist,
That's the UC way.
and most likely have to spend the next few hours pruning or something. Hello, excuse me.
I'm sorry, I really can't afford to be distracted. I need to get to the bottom of this.
Okay. Is something wrong? You sound concerned.
Yes, concerned is an understatement. I work for the scientific division of MAST. I've been studying this tree for quite some time, and it appears to be exhibiting some worrying signs. Are you familiar with this particular specimen? Do you understand its importance?
Nope, not a bit. But I'm very good at listening to someone explain why some plant is unique.
What's so special about it? Why, everything. Look, I have a lot of work to do here. If you're just going to gawk, I'd ask that you move on. If you can actually assist me, however, I would appreciate it. I don't normally solicit help from random passersby, but it seems an exception is necessary. Would you be willing to retrieve some additional data for me?
Data. That's, no, I don't want anything for this. Data is what I do.
Well, that's... Thank you. That's unexpected. There's a series of biosensors I've placed in various locations around New Atlantis, all calibrated to gather pertinent information. They've been running for long enough that I think it's time to collect and analyze their findings. If you would bring them to me, that would save time.
Yes, you stare at a tree. I'm going to go collect data. Good. It's not in the lodge. It's in the backyard of the lodge.
You know, I went to chef school. This ain't exactly where I saw myself.
I just saw a meme of a big, huge, muscular chef. Said something about hitting level 100 and then starting the chef skill. Uh, let's see. We have 300. That one's quite a ways. This one's the closest. Okay, don't think it is downstairs. Well, fastest way to get there is via the elevator. Excuse me, just pass it through. Nat station. No, it's telling me I need to go on the train. Residential district, commercial districts. Let's go to residential first. I could have probably just ran straight there. Just did a big loop for nothing, I think.
Ever wonder how the Crimson Fleet seems to be everywhere?
I think if I go, no, round over here and down. Under this tree. Yeah, I was right on the other side. Could have just came straight here. The others over there. Not trying to start a fight. But if I remember correctly... If I go around to there, I can go up and over. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. Very important data collection. There we go. There's the walkway. Is there one under that tree, or oh, there is one over there. I was about to run right by one. I would have had to come all the way back here. Got that one.
Space used to be a lot.
You know what? Let's see where we can get faster. Commercial district. Rather than run all the way across, this will be a little bit faster. It's up there. Not going to use my boost pack and disturb everyone. The whetstone? Interesting. I still have not really done... excuse me?
Hey, are you looking for eggs too? I've only found one so far, but I want to find more before anyone else does. So if you see some, can you tell me?
Yeah, except for, the egg you found wasn't beeping, was it?
Yeah, it was. Weird, right? Miss Seng over at UC Distribution bought the one I found, and she said she might buy more if I can find them. I could really use the credits.
Great. She bought it, not knowing what it was, which means I'm probably going to have to buy it back off of her.
They'll have our table ready soon.
Oop.
We have to.
Didn't mean to use the boost pack, but I'm in a bit of a hurry. It's going to be dark soon, and I have a feeling I'm going to have to do a little bit more on this, and I don't want to be running around at night.
Working at the distribution center.
Hello.
Sure is.
Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you?
Yeah. You bought an egg from a kid recently? I need that.
Who, Jordan? That kid's in here every other day with some random thing he found. Trying to get credits. Yeah, I took pity on him. Why? What is it?
It's some sensitive scientific equipment. Very important.
Oh, really? Well, you can have it back for what I paid for it, plus a little extra. Let's call it a convenience fee, shall we?
All right, here you go.
Pleasure doing business with you. Right. Come back if you need something else.
Oh, actually, while I'm here,
Welcome to UC Distribution. Something I can do for you?
yeah, I'd like to see what you have.
Yes, of course. Please, take a look.
Not as much for sale, but as... You have 5,000. Let's see. $577, $567. That'll leave it with 10. Thank you very much.
Back to it then.
Just figured since I was here, I can unload a little bit. Still got quite a bit more, and actually while I'm here, I can do the little run of all of the vendors. Sell everything. Give me just a moment. Hello.
You're only... I would never dream of selling substandard gear. Outland has standards, and I uphold them.
Good, because
Yes,
I
by all
don't.
means, have a look.
I would happily sell some substandard gear. Let's see. Nope. Interesting, but nope. Sell one of these. Only leaves 261. Do I have any cheap? 120. Apparel. 106. And 99. Thank you very much.
Be careful out there.
I will. I'll try to be a little bit more careful about picking up the cheap stuff. Okay, now where was I going? Oh, there he is. Way over there. The Embassy District. Excuse me. Let's get these back to him, see if what the data says. And hopefully I won't have to do too much more to help this guy out. Or I can do a lot more if it's something
I
interesting.
appreciate your assistance, but I still need all of those sensors.
Yep, here they are.
I really do need that additional data.
Got them right here.
So you do. Wonderful. I'll just take these, and we'll see what they have to tell us. All right. We'll just upload the data. Give it a moment.
Thinking it over.
And just another moment. It is working, isn't it? Ah, there it is.
What is it? Oh,
What a relief. Now, let's see. This is... Well, it's... Oh my.
don't say oh my.
It's a good thing you brought the biosensors to me when you did. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is that my suspicions were correct. There is something wrong with the tree. I
Okay.
will report my findings to Mast immediately with no small amount of satisfaction. The phrase, "I told you so," may even be uttered more than once.
Okay, hopefully they'll start to take botany more seriously. It's vital to humanity.
Yes, I must admit it feels good to be vindicated. People can be so stubborn when it comes to plant life. It takes a botanist to truly understand that the well-being of plants is directly tied to the well-being of humans. But I digress. Let's get back on track. The bad news, as it were, is that the internal composition of the tree is changing. In this particular case, the tree is now regularly emitting ultra-low frequency sound waves. They're nearly imperceptible now, but they're growing in strength. This is something we've never observed before. Depending on how large these waves grow, consequences for the city could be disastrous. I must consult with my colleagues in Mast at once. Thank you for your assistance. I hope these credits are adequate compensation.
Oh, okay, ooh, that's a lot of credits. So the trees are humming. Okay. Check in later. Okay, we could do that.
Speaks for itself.
There was a couple other things. Talk with Sarah, speak with Walter. Talk to Doc Manning, talk to Clover, speak with Joyce. Oh, geez, so many. Offer to help Mitch Benjamin. Tula about joining the Vanguard. We got a little bit of time.
Everything good? We're here to help.
This was actually something that I was kind of interested in a little bit. I know the whole militaristic side isn't really me. I've already done that, but Maybe there's something we could do here.
Hey, Sarah's friend. You come to enlist at long last? Start earning your stripes with the Vanguard?
What exactly is the Vanguard?
We're the United Colonies volunteer fleet. Any captain can join, regardless of origin. Get to fly your own ship and earn credits as you help the people in the most distant reaches of the United Colonies, all while earning your way to UC citizenship. Put in the time, and citizenship is guaranteed.
Okay, using my own ship. That might include some Class C's I could capture. What sort of work would I be doing if I enlisted?
Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional terramorph. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous. The Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there.
Okay, don't really care about the citizenship, but yeah, just tell me what I need to do next.
Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
All right, yeah. Time to play hero. Let's take the elevator. It'd be faster.
Only those on official United Colonies business can access the building.
Well, this is apparently official. Vanguard Orientation Hall. Okay, I guess I get to register. Enlistment agreement. For necessary services. In harm to your craft or yourself, up to and including death. Earn a satisfactory grade in a simulated combat flight. Both prereqs. United Colonies Vanguard agrees to sponsor your citizen application. Don't really care. Yeah, I think I agree. Consent document. You may proceed to examination chamber through orientation hall.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
Ooh.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet. Decisive action was required, but the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage, and a new kind of union. Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
Okie
In that
dokie.
moment, humanity changed forever. Nothing would ever be the same. They must have been scared out of their minds.
From their foundation, the United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It
Okay.
wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
Well, this is
Okay.
certainly an interpretation.
Yeah.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Janan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war, the Serpent's Crusade.
Freestar Collective?
The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War.
Okay.
Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
Ah, so they allowed the Union to form. Okay. The Serpent's Crusade.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir, Jarek, that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remains, however, select members of House Varun who refuse to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
Okay. That's a little bit of an eye-opener.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Narion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs. Even bioengineered alien creatures. The infamous UC Xenoweapons.
Ooh.
It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
Okay.
Omitting the verifiable facts about a conflict only ensures a repeat performance.
Yeah, very propaganda-ish.
Few were left untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nira. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty.
Yeah.
And today, Nira remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
Ooh.
I
Do not
really
touch.
hope this is just a phase.
That was the Terramorph.
No one knows
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators,
The Barret.
Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history.
Yeah, except for one problem.
Valiant efforts by the UC military
I've already
slowed
seen
the onslaught,
biolabs.
but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
Yeah, there's a problem with that. I've seen the labs. If those were a biological weapon run amok, I think that was a self-induced disaster. The armistice.
After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xeno-weapons and mech warfare would be outlawed.
Good.
All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency.
Not all of it.
But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
Yeah, so only one side. So only one side had people arrested and executed. The Vanguard is born.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Okay.
No one is born a United Colonies citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are
Ooh,
issued a grant
discounts.
upon joining
I wouldn't
to
mind
get
that.
themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of propaganda in all of this, but still, I mean, it is in the name of peace. It's a volunteer force. We just do what's needed. I am not going to raise a finger against anyone in the Freestar Collective. I'm sorry, but Sam and Cora are like family. But at the same time, everybody's cooperating now. Everybody's working together. I've had both Freestar and UC Vanguard ships give me a hand when needed. Yeah, as long as we don't delve too deep in the history and stuff and start playing the blame game, I think this is going to be worth doing. So, come on. Come on. Okay, never mind. You can catch the next one.